Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jesus is your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all its life. Take the test.
Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
You got $10 million. You go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. Just like all of this, just by accident.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
50 Cent is loving every second of this drama. Jay-Z just got hit hard in court. A judge just gave the green light for Rymir Carter's paternity case to proceed, and Jay-Z has until July 18th to respond. But that's not even the craziest part. 50 is stepping in, reportedly covering Rymir's legal fees and featuring him in his explosive new documentary exposing Jay-Z and Diddy. Buckle up, because this beef is about to explode.
I was in the ad because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without fit, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
And this isn't just your average celebrity paternity drama. Jay-Z is being accused of having a connection with a 16-year-old girl back in 1992. Now, 3 decades later, his alleged son, Rymir Carter, is 32 years old and ready to uncover the truth.
That she met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then... I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life, because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day, I still gotta work and bring an income for me, I can't sit around, I gotta get up off my feet and do something, I can't wait on the world, like I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out, because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down,
And here's where it gets even crazier. People are now claiming Beyoncé herself has been secretly blocking this case from day one, doing everything she can to keep Jay-Z's dark secrets from seeing the light of day.
Beyonce's thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen that this like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got stepped over.
But now, with 50 Cent fanning the flames and a judge finally stepping up, all hell is about to break loose. The streets are buzzing, saying this case might just dismantle everything Jay-Z has worked for: his legendary reputation, his marriage, and even his billion-dollar empire. So, who exactly is Rymir Carter? And why has this legal battle dragged on for over a decade? Well, for starters, his real name is actually Rymir Satterthwaite, not Carter, as many believe. He's been battling Jay-Z since he was just 19 years old, dedicating more than half his life to uncovering the truth about who his father really is. And here's the kicker. He claims to have serious receipts to prove it.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
Rymir's mother, Wanda, allegedly met Jay-Z when she was still underage and ended up pregnant. But when she reached out to Jay-Z about their baby, he completely ghosted her. Now, decades later, Rymir is grown, fired up, and refusing to back down from the fight for answers.
My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
But according to Rymir's godmother, Lily Callie, Jay-Z's team initially wanted to handle things quietly behind closed doors. They even floated the idea of signing Rymir to Jay-Z's record label, recognizing his musical talent. But out of nowhere, everything shifted. New lawyers stepped in, attitudes changed overnight, and suddenly the deal was off the table.
He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
So why the sudden switch up? Most likely because they realized just how explosive this could get if the truth came out. That Jay-Z was allegedly involved with a minor. And it's not just the age factor. If this is true, it means Jay-Z took a 16-year-old girl across state lines from Philadelphia to Brooklyn, which takes the situation to a whole new level of illegal. No wonder his lawyers have been fighting tooth and nail to bury this case for over a decade.
Rymir Satterthwaite, Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh man, the detail.
That's how Rymir Satterthwaite made it into this world. Take the test, man. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do something. You've been dead beating it your whole life.
So let's get this straight. We've got a 32-year-old man claiming Jay-Z is his father. A late mother who left behind a signed statement detailing what went down, and now a judge who's finally had enough of all the legal stalling. Oh, and to top it all off, 50 Cent is basically bankrolling the entire thing, just so he can watch Jay-Z squirm.
What makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z? That
was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that, you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Nobody's talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Rhymir's mother was a minor when she conceived Rhymir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. If the young man is not your son, why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You such a proud family, man. While you fight back the truth about your firstborn biological son, because you don't want nobody to know that his mama was barely 15 when you made her a mother and you were a grown man. Rhymir?
Yeah.
Him and Blue Ivy got the same mouth.
This is getting beyond messy. Y'all, the timing couldn't be worse for Jay-Z, especially with everything going down with Diddy right now. People are already side-eyeing all the powerful men in hip-hop, and now there are whispers that some of the evidence in Diddy's case could link back to Jay-Z in ways no one ever saw coming.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot, like,
To us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah.
What was interesting was that Jay-Z's camp basically put out a statement saying that Jay and Puff are not friends and they're not close at all or whatever else. Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock and stuff like, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has. But Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch, but Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like, at the end of the day, in our mind, we said, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyoncé, Steve Stout and all them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a tote pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that, you know. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I'm like, Jay ain't really with Puff. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay-Z just so happens to be going to New York too. We all end up on the jet.
The culture is shifting, and victims are finally being heard loud and clear. Jay-Z probably thought he could keep this buried forever, but 2025 is a whole different story.
I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me. And it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search, you know, go search. And if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this shows this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. You know, it was never that type thing. You know, I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case. Like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't see the worst. We didn't have people, you know, slander my name. Like you want Jay-Z money, and I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
Yeah.
He's come out and said, like, you know, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing is just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean,
to a man that chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees, is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me?
Let's take it back to the very beginning. In 1992, Jay-Z was just starting to carve out his place in the music industry. According to Rymir's mother, Wanda, she first met Jay-Z when he picked her up in Philadelphia and brought her to his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. 2 weeks later, he visited her again, and then vanished from her life completely.
I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Crokin. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage.
So there you have it. 50 Cent isn't just clowning Jay-Z anymore. He's actively bankrolling what could turn into the biggest scandal hip-hop has ever seen. With a judge finally taking this case seriously and Rymir Carter refusing to back down, Jay-Z might actually be forced to face the music. That July 18th deadline is creeping up fast and the entire world is watching. Will Jay-Z finally agree to take the DNA test, or will he find another way to dodge it? One thing's for sure, this story is nowhere near over, and 50 Cent is going to squeeze every ounce of drama out of Jay-Z's discomfort. What do you think is going to happen next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe because trust me, this story is about to get even messier.